Namaste, good morning, Vanakkam, Anaivarakam. To welcome you all on this social astrology program again. It gives me a great pleasure. So many people were showing their interest on social astrology. This is a new subject that how that social astrology, what do you mean? What do you wanted to say? All these questions have come up. Astrologically, each and every energy resource, like planets, they all contribute their values, their vibrations on our society development, individual development, everything. If any of those energies are deficit or surplus, what happens? That energy deficit or surplusness is impacting the social wellness on our earth. So when we understood that, so why don't we explain about it? The social astrology is right from the beginning because each and every year coming Yugadi or Tamil Varsha Pirappu, we used to read that Panchanga Sravanam. Panchanga Sravanam, that is the meaning of Panchanga Sravanam is about the year's beneficial effects in Panchangam. So the beneficial effects like what is the progress about to this world and what would be the benefits, how the rainfall will be, how the crops will grow, up to what extent will it be surplus or deficit, who is going to govern this year fully as a king, as a minister, as a bishop. So all these are calculated based on the planetary energies. That is what the energies are going to be reflected on the earth to this world. This is Jagat Jadagam, Ulaga Jadagam. So basically that starts with the welfare of the Mother Earth. When that is fine, automatically everything will be fine. Even the peace, prosperity, health of the people. We would have undergone a lot of health issues since past 2 years, 2019, 20, 21, all about COVID, Omicron. All this, we have suffered a lot. Why? On 2018 year, by October, I have given a video on YouTube, even that's available now. Because of the Jupiter transit, what are all the things will be happening? On that, I have indicated that mundane predictions that in December, I remember that 2018, December 26th, all the 6 planetary combinations, that's not going to be fair. That's going to initiate new diseases and all. That's what my prediction was. So 2018 end itself, I have indicated that. That has come true. Also that new diseases like a COVID, it has come. So thereafter, a lot of issues have popped up. So what happened? How this is indicated through the planets. When we planets, when we think about the planets, that only for the marriage and other graha pravesham occasions and all, we are using only for that purpose. No, that is for all the purpose in the human life. So we need to understand in depth about the planets and their duties on individual life, social life, on the welfare of the world, peace of the world, everything. They work a lot, they impact a lot. The manifestation which is happening on the earth about the world welfare, which is based on their energies penetration. Because the earth is revolving on the space, that space is having all type of energy. That's a blended energy. Whatever the blended energy the earth is receiving or impacted by, the earth is going to reflect those energies. So when we look at on this way, we can understand, we can accept first. First, we need to accept. When there is awareness and understanding about the planetary impacts and its implication and its influences on the earth, then finally that is working on the individuals. First, it works on the earth. Then the people who are living on the surface of the earth. Even it works on the animals too. That understanding should be important. Then we can understand about the whole scenario of the energy movement. Now let us talk about, welcome Mr. Oliver Lennon. Oh, namaste. Rajalakshmi also joined. Namaste. So now in this program today, we can discuss about the role of each and every planet on the earth's welfare, the kingdom, how they rule the earth, what type of the qualities are going to be. So we say in all navagrahas, all the 9 planetary resources, is a king is a sun. The ministers, role of the ministers is a like normally king is generally, it is generically sun is the king. Mercury and Jupiter, they are called ministers. Mars is the army leader, army chief. Saturn is the working personality, worker. Moon is also like a advisor. Jupiter role is like giving advices and also managing the peace and prosperity. Now let us go through the, welcome Premaji. When we look at the sun, sun is working for the righteousness, rules, regulations, even as a judge, the leader for the judicial department. Is the ruler. law enforcement, all the department is with the sun. Jupiter department is like we can say that endowment, temples, spiritualities, religious activity, and then dhana, dharma, other way, that is taking care about peace, compassion, and good functions which are all going to take place, all the things, and also the money matters. He is taking care of treasury, money expenditures or income. All the things are governed by Jupiter, Guru Bhagavan. When the Mercury is concerned, Mercury provides that communication, understanding and communication all over. Whether that is telecommunication, paper communication, verbal communication, or conveying the information one place to other place, or television, like whatever, news, gossip. News is nothing but gossip, no? Messaging, investigation, sending information from down to top, the king. So the Mercury is working for all the communication departments. The Mars is a wonderful role of protection or obeying to the king's orders to execute the army, navy, air force, and other intelligent, risky activities, uniform departments, everything. When Sun is a prime minister, all the planets are working like that governing body to run the government. So here, when the Mars takes a very big role, that even punishment, jail department, controlling the crimes under the sun. So the execution, uniform, wherever the uniform services are there, the Mars is working. And the Mars and Saturn together, that works like a machinery, energy and machinery. Defense activity, everything is controlled by Mars. Whether it is army, land army, aviation, air force, aeronautical departments, everything is controlled by Mars. And also the surface level, the agriculture, the land, its fertility and its growth, that is also controlled by the Mars. He is a Bhumikarak also. So when the Mars is doing this type of the role, the control is by the sun. So the proper communication between the ministry, between the governing personalities, between the departments itself, and everywhere, all the communication is taken care by Mercury. The Jupiter is providing all the financial support for all the departments, all the individuals, all the people. Jupiter is the generator of the wealth, money. It works like a treasury. So Jupiter's energy will provide all the money matters, fulfillment for the execution, for the ministry, for the government. So next, the Guru's role is education, providing knowledge. Knowledge provide that is the major role which can impart its own ability to the children. Jupiter is the Karaka for the Putras, knowledge, and money. Then the right knowledge, which is the right knowledge, not wrong knowledge. And also, along with the knowledge, it has that role of giving the information about dana dharmas or the spiritual knowledge, positive knowledge. The positive knowledge, not only that, the executions. If somebody are born under the highly influenced Jupiter, those people will be a very powerful social service personality or very much compassion. They are very much passionate about helping to the society. So all these selfless people, they are all born under the influence of Jupiter. So Jupiter's work to provide the finance, knowledge, before the decision making, looking at all the corners, all the way angles, safe decision. And Jupiter is leading to take the peaceful success, not a success with the crookedness or not a success with a lot of blood and pain. No, Jupiter will not allow that. Jupiter is a Sadhvik planet which will give the directions and ideas to have that success peacefully. We need it. I always used to tell that the success has to come like a peaceful success, not with the pain, not with the very big loss. Finally, success. No. On the flow, the success has to come. That type of success is possible only by spirituality, divinity. After Jupiter, Venus, the important and unforgettable and unavoidable planet. So when the Venus is not there, everybody would have died, everybody would have gone mad. Even the whole world would have been mad. No interest in the life. No recreation, no entertainment, no cinema, no drama, no dance, no arts, no music. Venus is the very fantastic planet to provide the refreshment. Refreshments, that's the meaning of like we can come back, we can rejuvenate ourselves by focusing on some entertainment or by some attraction, beauty. So Venus is the Lord for the gender, feminine gender. Just think about when there is no female in this earth, how that earth will be. So Venus is the feminine. Venus also has that creative ability. Venus has the rejuvenation ability, providing refreshments, providing relaxed state. He is the provider of all the mental, physical relaxation. He provides that soothing feel. You can see in the world, if one prime minister or president is going to visit other country, those that other country will make the president to witness the arts and music program of their country. That is the meaning of the lifestyle, and other thing can be expressed through the arts, music. So Venus provides the soothing feel, attraction, the relationship, the proper relationship with the within the departments, within the society. Venus provides the bondage, wishes, which is creating the wishes, means like whatever we need to plan. So 5-year plan or long-term plan for the purpose of the development of the nation. So that wishes and all can be created by Venus. Venus is the Karaka. Venus is the luxury planet, providing the luxury, providing the comfort, providing the beneficial effect, so that whatever the sophistication or that luxury or the comfort zone, that has to be provided by Venus. So this is very much important to all of the department. All the departments are interlinked. Each and everybody's service is required by other departments, other fields, other people. So Venus energy is very much important. Then the Saturn. Saturn is full of service. Whatever the all other departments are giving the orders, that services has to be provided by Saturn planet. Saturn is the resourceful person to provide the employment exchange, employment, recruitment, and the executor in that level. Finally, who is going to execute the order? That is the Saturn. Shani Bhagavan is the provider for all the resources. He has a lot of people. He has a lot of power, battalion. He is the leader for a big battalion. So he has to order to his people to execute as soon as the order is received from the higher authority. So the field executor, Saturn, along with the Mars support. By nature, they are different. Under the control of the Sun, when they work, under the control of guidance of Jupiter, when these people are working, there will be prosperity. So the COVID has been exposed when the Saturn and Mars together. That was exploded. Because when they are all alone, what happened? They will fight a lot. They will bring out all the calamity, distress to the people. When they are under a proper guidance, Jupiter or Sun, so they will not bring out their individual nature. Whatever the wish for the Jupiter and the Sun, that quality will come out. There we need a lot of in-depth understanding. So the Saturn is the executing point. The moon provides all the resources. Resource means whatever the resource they need. Saturn needs the food. So the resourceful reason is the moon. That is the water. Without water, no development. Even sun cannot survive like that. Means what exactly planet is sun I'm meaning. I indicate that the government, like a king. Even king cannot survive without water. So the moon is representing the food creation. So that is the energy providing all the food and water, basic needs, and also the intellectuality, creating thoughts. That basically that capacity should be there. Then only on top of the moon, then Jupiter will work. On top of the moon, the Mercury will work. Technical thoughts, judicial thoughts. But basically that cleverness, that ability, that skill, that caliber, all should be there. That caliber, ability, skill and capacity, everything is indicated by the moon. So the moon is also like works as a minister and provides a fulfillment to all the people. Moon works for all the people. So this is the ministry. As a king sun, under the sun's control, the ministers, governors, all other departments, everything is spread out under the 7 planets. Then what is the role of Rahu and Ketu? Yes, there is an important role of Rahu and Ketu. They are called nodal points. We can say that a Chaya Graham, or they don't have houses for their individual in the horoscope. At the same time, they don't have any chakras in the individual body. The major chakras are 7, that is given to all 7 planets, not to Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu, they are the space, they are the nodal points, and that point, whenever the sun, moon, they are crossing, if they are caught by that nodal point and covers their light, that is the impact, that is the eclipse, Surya Grahana, Chandra Grahana. They cannot simply pass without any impact. That is the toll gate. So all the toll gates, the planets cannot escape the toll gates. They have to go and report under the Rahu Ketu's impact. They will have to carry. Even sun cannot escape from that point. It can create the eclipse on even sun. Earth cannot receive the sunlight for some hours. It cannot receive the moonlight for some hours. So the deep understanding is it is not creating any big impact, but there is an impact. The light which is impact. Sun and moon will not have impact. Because of that mixed rays, that space, that nodal points effect is fallen on the moon or mixed rays, which is fallen on the earth. So the people living on the earth will have a lot of psychic impacts. The Rahu is negative discovery or negative invention, virus, disease, cancer, attacks, wrong ideas, exploitation. And when the Saturn and the Rahu joins, they will manipulate the negative things, the wrong things. They will develop a virus, diseases, cancer in a very strong manner. Their partnership, negative, that partnership is a very strong partnership to create negativity. Even terrorism, crime criminals, or doing something wrong to the society. Even the addiction, we say that drug abuse, even telling lies, verbal abuse, physical abuse. The physical abuse is one more partnership combination. Mars with the Rahu, Ketu, Mars with the Saturn. So all these planetary energies will develop the physical abuse. Abusing even self and on society, others. Even Ketu has the different area of opposite, 180-degree opposite of Rahu. So there, when the moon crosses and all other planet crosses, they will have a lot of impact. Calamities. Natural disasters can happen. When the moon crosses, it will not have its own powerful state. The moon will be confused, means that energy will be like in turbulence. Whatever the Ketu and moon mixed energy, when the people are receiving, the earth is receiving, on that particular time, all wrong decisions, even government will take wrong decision. They cannot handle the situation. Wrong ideas can happen. So they will not think about the materially convertible, comfortable and convenient decisions cannot be there. All wrong material decisions. That's not going to be a useful ideas or plans. So when the Mercury crosses or conjoins with Ketu, Mercury is an intellect planet, materially, intellectually thinking and providing the successful ideas. That is the Mercury, and communication, conduction, all the work is executed by Mercury. When the Mercury is crossing or conjoined with Ketu, what happens? Ketu is a planet for wisdom and non-material quality. The people who has born on the higher level influence on Ketu, they will not think normally like a normal human. They will be, their whole attachment will be beyond. They will not step on the earth. They'll be flying. So immaterial thoughts, highly spiritual thought. That thought normal people will not consider as a creative thought. That's a waste thought, or he's like a sannyasi. That type of the name will be given on. So, which is not materially convenient, which is not comfortably convenient, which is not going to provide the material success or the material gain. So that type of the thoughts will be created through the Ketu. So when the materialized planet, material success provider is conjoining with the Ketu, what happens? The Mercury's thought itself can be influenced by the Ketu. What happened? The Mercury, he will lose its own energy. So an intellectual personality who is conjoined with the Ketu, that Ketu's influence will be more. So his normal ideology will not be taking place. So that whenever the Mercury is conjoined with the Ketu, you would have seen, or I have seen a lot many times, all wrong decisions by many government. The ideology goes wrong. Beneficial effects are lost. Total chaos. When the Jupiter is conjoining with Ketu, so Jupiter has better efficiency. So what happened? That will not create any chaos, but it can postpone the things. It will wait. Jupiter has that understanding of Ketu. It can manage the Ketu's energy. When Saturn Ketu is conjoined, a lot of wrong things have happened. When Venus Ketu is together, what happens? Totally frictions. Even friction in the relationship, friction in the ministry, friction in the government within itself, within the body. So Venus with the Ketu, that at one point this will take, it will pull towards its own style. Venus will pull towards its own style. So what happened? The material and the spiritual, or material and logical things will be like a very big friction, or a fight can be started. So the energy will not be very conducive. So all these are the effects of planetary transit and their conjunction, togetherness. When one energy is passing on another type of energy, these are all the impacts happens, that is reflected on the government, that is reflected on the people's life. There is a question by Oliver Lennon. In 2022, can we go back to our original health status? That's what the question according to astrology. In 2022, can we expect things to go back to normal? So 2022, we cannot expect the world to go back to the normal state, but better than the 2021, better than the 2020. So April 12th onwards, what happens? The Jupiter, the provider of the peace and prosperity, that planet, the provider of the wellness, good life, good ideas, mind power, knowledge, that planet is Jupiter. So when Jupiter is coming to its own place, what happens? The people will get the right ideas, even government, all governing people will get right ideas, and those right ideas will be implemented, that opportunity will be possible. When that implementation is taking place, automatically the result will be as such. So this April 12th, we are looking for to get into some betterment into economy. Jupiter is a Lord for economy, money, power, wealth, jewelry, gold, especially is Karaka for gold. So our India's Rashi is Kataka Rashi. The Jupiter is coming to the ninth house to India. So our India will have some good financial development. That is also expected. The right ideas, promotions will happen. So we can face that betterment. Slowly, that is going to be affected on individual life. But 2022 can provide the betterment, whatever I said. But really, if we want to come back from full COVID or other issues, we need to wait for further 3.5 years, because the Saturn is very powerful now. Saturn, as I said, virus and dirts, waste, all the things. Even next you can see that the Saturn, when this is going to be located on the Dhanishta Nakshatra. When the Saturn is on the Dhanishta Nakshatra, what happens? Mars star, and that's going to impact Saturn and Mars, ice and fire. When Saturn passes on the Dhanishta Nakshatra, that is the 13 months, 12 to 13 months. It's not at all a good period. That's going to impact very badly. When the Saturn is the negative planet, which is having its own power, when it is passing over its own houses, so further 3.5 years are there to come out of difficulties. When the Saturn enters the Meena Rashi, so it will have the control of Jupiter. It will not have so much of freedom. So for the 3.5 years of the span, all these difficulties, if one goes away, the another comes in. If this diseases is coming down, then waste related problems are coming, and one more new diseases will be coming, and some of the abuses will be started. Even that abuses between the nations or between the people, individuals, even between the neighborhoods, all this will be increasing. Even in 2022 and even 23 fights or something like that between the nations, all this will be aggravated. The intensity will be very strong to revenge on others. The revenge mode that will be initiated. Now the impact is normal people will be in trouble. That is what till 2026, the prediction for the world. Now when the Rahu Ketu transit is taking place in April 12th, April 14th, but according to Vakya Panchangam, 23rd March, that is the indication. Exactly. First Monday, our Trinageshwaram temple is celebrating this Rahu transit. Rahu is coming to Mesha Rashi. When the Rahu Ketu their transit to Mesha Rashi, for the Kala Purusha, Mesha is the head, brain. Ketu is going to the abdomen, head and abdomen. Their impact will be on those places. As far as the world's wellness is concerned, the Jupiter is coming to the Meena Rashi. That can give a little bit of betterment. But that Jupiter is coming to the feet of the Kalapurusha. Meena Rashi is the feet of the Kalapurusha. But it is its own Rashi. When the Rahu comes to the brain of the Kalapurusha, Rahu can damage the brain systems, control systems. You can see after Rahu Ketu changes, the controls will not be possible. Controlling the people or controlling the crimes, controlling the governance, controlling if anything goes wrong, that is going to be disturbed. Worldwide, not only for our country, worldwide. The control system, who is the supreme and the top people to have having the control for controlling that whatever the bad things are happening, that control can be disturbed. They can be corrupted. Even main machineries for the control system will be lost. It will go repair. Even many repairs will happen in the satellites. Each and every countries are sending satellites, rockets. So the control system will go corrupt. Many rockets projects and many control projects, these will be facing lot of trouble, repair, losses to the that particular respective countries. So the control center, control room, whatever the head, all will become repair or corrupt. Even I'm this Panchanga Shravana New Year, this Yugadi, and also the Tamil Varsha Parappa, there will be a special Panchanga Shravanam about the world's welfare and other way in which places, what and all the things are likely to happen, all these informations I'm going to share with you. So, this is Mesha Rashi, Rahu, Tula Rashi, Ketu. This Mesha Rashi is a fiery Rashi, Agni, Kshetra. Tula is a Vayu Kshetra. So the Agni, the Rahu, the disease will be controlled, but the real controlling system is disturbed. Because fire, the Agni will fire all the virus and other thing, so that can be minimized. At the same time, things will be working in a different way. When the Ketu is coming to the Tula Rashi, Ketu is also negative Agni, we say that. But he is going to work on the Tula Rashi, that is Vayu. Vayu and Agni, they both will work upwards. Spreading the wrong things, wrong communications, that is possible. So, The 2022 can be a little better, but that really, if you want to come back to the good shape, it takes 3.5 years. And other way, when all the planetary system is working, when we understand the system of the energy, what we are receiving, what type of energy we are receiving, what to do for that, all the understanding when we gain, we can lead to a peaceful and comfortable life. When the planetary, it is not only the present Guru or Rahu or Ketu, Shani, this goes like a very big gear system. This works as a gear system. Moon is the day by day, means 2.25 day. Moon will change one Rashi. So when we think that this is a normal gear, when we go to the big gear, when that big gear shift happens, many new changes. What is that big gear? In Kala Tattvam, we know that day, week, month, year, and once in 12 years we call that Mahamaham. That is the one cycle of Jupiter, and then one cycle of Saturn. The one cycle of Saturn is called 30 years. If the two cycle of Saturn it comes, then for the two cycle of Saturn, our Shastra astrology has given the 60 years, our Hindu years. Prabhava to Prabhava Vibhava Shukila, from then till Akshaya. So this 60 years of a gear system, this is one gear. And 260 years, there will be a change in energy. 1260 years, there will be a change in energy. 144, 60 years, there will be a change in energy. So the main energy which is coming from, and by adjusting that, the other energy system will be working. So we say now Kali Yugam, it must be like 5,000 plus years we are running into. So on this Kali Yugam, why we are calling this as a Kali Yuga means that big gear shift has happened from the Dwapara Yuga, then the gear shift has happened, we have entered into the Kali Yuga. That also the Pradama Pada, first Pada. So in this Kali Yugam, we are in the 5122nd year. So further, there is a long way to go. So on this Kali Yugam, because of the basic energy is providing somewhat unfavorable thing, non-judicial things, all the dharma related things will be disturbed. All next moham, krodham, lobham, dosham, all this will be in an increasing mode. So everyone will go under the self pressure. They will not think about others' pain. Everyone will think about their own comfort, their own pressure. To fulfill that, people will be ready to do anything, even wrong things, yes. Just they wanted to achieve. That is implemented on each and everybody. That is implemented on the ruling people also. Ruling people, they corrupt the people by giving money to gain votes. They will provide some other facility, but the real facility will not be done. Even people will also react like that way. They don't want the real facility. At present, whatever the benefit they are getting, okay, that's sufficient. So time to time, people will become the self-fulfillment oriented. Their self need or urge, that wish, desire has to be fulfilled. In this way, the people's mentality will start to work on the Kali Yuga. So when they wanted to fulfill in the mode of fulfilling their urges or desires, they never see the dharma. They never look at the papam or punyam, or which is good or which is bad. They will not think of it. Their fastness, their speed, their motive will be totally to fulfillment. So here, even in Kali Yuga, our society, our world, our Mother Earth, even to take care of that, some very few people, very few people will be there. So not many people will take birth. Because of the desirous attitude, even they are giving birth to the children, they also will be like more same genes. They'll be more desirous, more than they need. So very few people will take birth in this Kali Yuga to protect this world, to tell good things to the people, to spread the love, to spread the compassion, to tell the truth, the right information. Very few people. All those few people will be neglected by the society. That's what the Kalajnana by Veera Brahmendra is said. The people who are all going to work for the welfare or good things, they will be neglected by the society. They'll be called as a mad people by others. So these are all narrated by Veera Brahmendra in Kalajnana. So we are in a very tough situation that we need to understand, have the awareness of what is right and what is not right. If it is started by individual on his individual life, then totally the society can think better together, and there'll be a good life, peace and prosperity, not only for the self, to the whole society. So our social astrology, we would like to inform whatever the planetary influences are going on and how that's going to affect the human life, and how we need to understand this energy process. Then what are all the things we need to do to overcome the situation? All these are required. All this we need to understand. And very few people, when we start to do something good, think, execute, and automatically what happens, the things will be totally slowly, it will be spreading, and you all can join hands and do something good for the Mother Earth. And wishing you all success on your individual ventures. Thank you so much for your good time to be with me, and spending your valuable time on this social astrology program. Thanks a lot.